everybody, it's Sue Bonzell, and I'm here today with Clint St. Martin. There he is in the beautiful blue sky of Sonoma County today. How are you, Clint?
Gorgeous day. I'm doing great, Sue. Thanks.
Awesome. So Clint has been instrumental in keeping the Devil Pups program here in the North Bay when it was threatened to be unavailable. And so we're going to learn a little bit more about the Devil Pups and what you guys are doing during our pandemic. So tell us more.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So first of all, I guess we got to define what Devil Pups is.
Yes.
All right. So the word Devil Pups, a lot of people, I get some weird looks initially, but the name actually comes from the Marines. In World War I, the Marines were faced off with the Germans in the Battle of Bellewood, and the Germans were driven back, and when they got to the rear, they said "Der Teufelhunden," which means hellhounds, and we translate that to devil dogs. 1954, they started a youth program where they took a platoon of Boy Scouts. They brought them down to Camp Pendleton and ran a 10-day youth leadership camp down there. The Marines ran the whole thing for the Boy Scouts, and they called the youth program Devil Pups. So there's the history on that really quick.
I love it. Good history lesson for today. That's a good start.
Yeah, so flash forward 2001, I went through the program myself. I fell in love with what the Marine Corps was, what it stood for, their leadership traits, everything that I learned there. And I stayed involved with the program, got involved in 2003, stuck around, took over as liaison in 2010, 2015. The board of directors came to us, liaisons in the different areas up in Northern California, and said, we're going to cancel Northern California and its surrounding states and just keep this to Southern California, the first increment that we do in the beginning of July for Southern California. And that was a tragedy in my opinion. I was looking at what was happening. They said that participation was dwindling. We'd been in war for 15 years. Funding was down. It was getting very expensive. There were a lot of roadblocks in the way. So anyway, we really just had to step up the program, step up our game, and get kids more involved, more than just 10 days out of the year. It's a 10-day camp. So we turned it into what it is today, which is a year-round youth leadership, and we do career development. We teach them life skills, and they get together at least once a week, and we do a lot of community service. Last year, each kid had around 80 hours of community service, and times that over 10 kids, we had well over 800 hours of community service between a lot of them.
That's fantastic. So how are you guys doing your program now with all of the, shelter in place and the quarantine and all of that good stuff? How are you guys doing with that?
Yeah, so it was a bit of a shock. We have not canceled this program since 1954, and we've gone through several wars. We've gone through financial crisis. We faced everything, so this to hear that they were going to cancel our program in the summer was quite a shock. So we took a week off to kind of get our heads together and see, how can we further and advance this program and keep it in line with the traditions and the teachings of, what we're trying to do is build better citizens and build youth up and make them the best versions of themselves and give them the best leg up in life. So we kept on with our physical training regimen. Brandon Bowman helps me. He's the assistant liaison for up here. So he's been sending out physical training videos, and I was sending out some more inspirational. We send some inspirational quotes and try to keep them focused and give them ideas of what they can do to be more successful, things that they can do now to stay engaged. We were starting to write some bios about the kids, and we're putting that in the newspaper to share about what these guys are doing, because I think the mission's important. But ultimately, it's service before self, right? It's really what that's about. So what could we do? I was looking around, and there's a group called Team Rubicon. It's completely it's a veteran-based organization. They do crisis and disaster response internationally, and they're here in Santa Rosa working the COVID-19 case. They teamed up with the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and they asked me to come in because I'm a member with TR. They asked me to come out and help, and I said, I bet I could do one better. You guys are hurting. We need a lot of people. Maybe, let me look into, we're getting these Devil Pups up there. So we talked to the kids and the parents. went over the safety protocols. So it's a 6 feet of distance. Everybody has to wear masks. Everybody has to have be gloved up, sanitize in and out of the building. And all the parents seem to agree. I think they're ready to get their kids out of the house.
Right.
So they agreed, this is a good idea. And so we've been down there volunteering. Team Rubicon's there 5 days a week. We've been volunteering 3 days a week. And times that over, 6 to 8 kids plus adult chaperones out there to supervise. And then just this week, the National Guard joined us. And so it's a big push over there at the Redwood Empire Food Bank. So that's how we're staying engaged. And we're also getting ready to launch some victory gardens. They're going to be gift boxes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be building garden boxes for people. I'll pre-cut everything, load it up into one of the kids' trucks. He then leaves to go to somebody who's been gifted a box. So for example, you could buy one for your friend, and then she then has to, if she wants to, basically return the favor, she's gonna pay it forward. So she'll then gift a box to someone else. She's not gonna go back to you, right? So it's a way of us just giving them out to our community. And again, 6 feet of distance at all times. The kids will never actually meet the people face to face. They might shout at them from the door, but they're never going to go up and talk to them and face to face. The materials are all wood and nails and such. So everything's going to be staged for them. They wear gloves. They're going to go. They'll help build the box. A load of dirt is brought out, filled up the box, and then each kid has their own phase of work to do, so they never actually are mixing with each other during that. So we're trying to fall in line with all the health regulations and precautions and be as safe as possible, but also still keep involved with the community and do something to give back. And I think that's probably one of the best ways we can do it. I think the garden idea is a great idea.
That is fantastic.
A local farmer.
I love it. because right now everybody's kind of thinking a little more homesteady, if you will. It's like making your own bread. I made a batch of my own bread. I haven't done that in I don't know how many years, and growing the vegetables, trying to, do different things. So that is pretty cool. How, if we want to order one and gift one, how do we do that? We have to go on a website.
Yeah, that's great. We're setting that up right now. It's going to be on Facebook. So it's NorCal Devil Pups on Facebook. It's going to be on Instagram under Sonoma County Devil Pups on Instagram. And it's also going to be at our website, which is sonomacountydevilpups.com. So we'll put it on those 3 avenues. And we'll just be sharing it on social media. There's Max.
Awesome. The dog wants to get in on the action too. That is so fantastic. I'm so glad that you're able to, keep engaging with the kids, keep them on their program. And I love that they're taking advantage of those volunteer opportunities. And I know, there are a lot of people that want to go out and volunteer. And like you said, as long as you're following all those protocols, staying safe, I think that's a great way to give back to our community right now. So thank you for everything that you're doing. Thanks for being here today, doing a little interview, and go enjoy the rest of the beautiful Sonoma County sunshine.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sue. And one other thing we did right when this thing started was actually teamed up with some local restaurants that I personally, these are our opinions. We put a poll out to Facebook and asked people for their ideas. They came back to us, and I thought that they were great candidates. So we, if you guys get a chance, you're watching this, and you want some great food, and you want to help out some local business members that are doing awesome things for our community still, please go visit them. Home Run Pizza was one that we selected. She's amazing.
I love
Sally. She's amazing.
Yeah.
The knuckleballs are super.
I know, so good.
Sally Tomatoes is still running catering and catering to businesses and the hospitals and the he's just doing amazing things. Gerard never stops.
He never stops.
And a bunch of other community organizations out there for years. So we love Gerard and want to continue supporting him. Yeah. Mountain Mike's was also one that was selected. The Chandy Hospitality Group, they do a lot for this community. Farmhand is one that we're getting ready to go out and do some work with because we feel that they're
so good.
They're good people as well. And then lastly, we picked up 3rd Street Aleworks, and 3rd Street Aleworks is doing some killer stuff. I think I shared a video with you, Sue.
Yes.
Maybe we can include that in a link somewhere. But
totally,
3rd Street has been getting produce from Andy's Market, a huge box for like $20. They go into Golden Gate Meats for local meats, and they're filling those boxes up, and you can select what you want. And then they've got breads, box boxes of bread.
Yeah, boxes of bread.
That they're giving to people. And of course, then they all have their beer selection there that's on sale. And they're doing one that's called Hope. And it's the Hope Brew is help our people eat. And 100% of the proceeds from that beer goes to supporting their employees that have been furloughed. So
I
they're
love
awesome.
it. See, this is what our community is all about. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing in our community, Clint. And I hope to see you in person soon.
Likewise. See you on the hot tub happy hour there soon.
Yeah, see you on the hot tub happy hour.